A young female pharmacist said an addict with a length of steel pipe is trying to break into the pharmacy. Roy? And Dixon? Chill. You can't remember? I can't either. It's weird, that. It's fine. Probably not important. Threat. Oh my god! A large box of staples, an item returned from an unhappy customer. Did she work in an office and have a recent nervous breakdown by any chance? Oh no! No! Too soon! Just... Oh. I cannot believe that, actually. I called it, I said it would be staples or a stapler. Oh, Jesus. That is too scripted to be random. That can't be random, surely not. That must have been intentional. An old man called in to report that right in front of his favourite park bench, a group of crazy-looking people wearing very revealing clothing were flopping around on the grass, spitting on the feelings of God-fearing Christians and alarming everyone who walks past. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so... you guys go deal with that. We haven't sent Castile out yet, have we? Castile, you're going on the next case, whatever it is, unless it's not good.
We have a situation here.
The addict has broken a window, he's trying to climb through, his feet are still sticking out. Wait, he's balanced on broken glass like that? That's like a whole pane and he's like in the middle. Oh my god. Seize the offender's legs and drag him out over the glass. Remove the addict's sneakers and tickle his feet. What is this? I love that halfway through the game, after the whole beaten over the head incident, the crazy options start coming out. Strike his heels with a nightstick. No, seize his legs, bring him out. The addict falls out of the window and back onto the street. He drops the scrap of pipe and tries to escape. Flirt with the pharmacist in the meantime, like, yay baby, I saved your life. Pounce. There we go. And I mean, look at Roy. That is a face made for pouncing. That guy pounces on you, you freeze in horror. Look at him. He looks like a killer. The elderly man was outraged at a yoga group which decided to hold the masterclass in the park. Robert Devlin, Country House. Once again, I could really use your help. I'm trying to expand the ranch, but the adjacent territory belongs to the fucking idiots who are asking an insane amount for it. Today, I'll be at a regular meeting with them, and I want a bunch of your police officers to come in during the meeting and start asking lots of questions about murders on the property, maniacs running loose, drug addicts living nearby, stuff like that. Basically help me put pressure on the sellers and knock the cost down a little bit. If Freeburg Police will help me, I'll stretch out my hand and offer, say, a boost in your budget. Enough for 5 new jobs. Oh, okay. You know what, actually. Oh, let's have a look what this is first, though, because, man. 1850, sugar something, don't cut in, Chief. I'm your lieutenant for the dirty stuff, after all. Thank you very much, Lieutenant Sykes. You'll get a promotion for this one day if you keep this up. Octopus Restaurant. Kimberly Adams was celebrating her birthday and some friends and acquaintances. After a long dinner, she started opening her gifts and found a huge dildo. Ooh. She flushed, then grabbed the sex toy and attacked her friend who gave her the gag present. You bitch, you soulless monster. All my friends from the seminary are here. Oh, is this what you want them to think of me? Well, I mean, you're the one beating her now with a dildo, so, you know, who's the one giving a bad impression here? Ay, ay, ay. So Mrs. Adams then continued to beat her friend over the head until she made a bloody mess of her scalp. Yikes. You want to stay a lieutenant? You're fine. Oh, that's good then. You can stay a lieutenant forever. We'll get you a better... you can take the Charger, yeah? You can take the good patrol car out. How about that? You get to drive the Dodge Charger today. Okay, so Robbins, Iwase, you guys go deal with that. Depending on the type of dildo, that's actually pretty realistic. I guess so, yeah. You could do some damage. I'm tempted to send people on this, but what is this here? Oh, nah. This is nothing. This is fine. Actually, let's have a look. Let's have a read. I have to kind of look at these and wonder if we should intervene or not. Theodore Dramustek, a caretaker of the candy factory, reports that 5 masked men broke down the door, disappeared inside. The watchman wanted to do his duty and intervene, but there were too many of them. It wouldn't be smart. They'd just nail me to the wall. You better come sort this out yourselves. Yes, sir, you need to stay locked in a closet. See nothing, hear nothing, say nothing. Job done. Noise complaint, meanwhile. Okay, look, I'm going to do this. I need that budget. But I probably want to send Dixon, Murata, Castile. I still didn't send Castile out, did I? Actually, I'm going to send Castile on this job then. We'll send Grant instead. Yep, there it is. We will not touch that. Alright. I want some music. What have we got here? Oh yeah, the 2 doctors fighting each other. God damn. The girl is pounding a friend's head with all her might. Her victim hasn't been conscious for a while. A huge crowd has gathered around. It's impossible to get near the fight. Grab a bottle of vodka from the table and throw it at the woman. Holy shit. Wow. Force through the crowd to the fight. Blow the police whistle with all your... Did they still carry police whistles in the 80s? What is this? Is this like 1880 or 1980? Police whistle. What kind of nonsense is this? We have guns now. We fire those into the air. So her friends from the seminary are there, but none of them are trying to pull her off. That's exactly went through my mind. I was like, what? How have none of these gone and like just mobbed her and been like, whoa, calm down, and just drag her off, you know? Just like, no, let's all just stand around and watch her beat a woman to death. Some friends. Yeah, these people these days. Force our way through the crowd to the fight. Seeing the police, the assailant comes to her senses, jumps up and makes a break for the back door. That doesn't sound sensible. Pushing people out of the way with her sex toy. That sounds very unsensible. Run to the victim who's waking up and groaning. Begin giving her mouth to mouth. You don't give her mouth to mouth if she's waking up, okay? That you do that when, you know, they've stopped breathing. Arm the taser. Stop the sinner! Now, arm the taser and chase her. Right, there we go. God. Breaking and entering. Offenders escaped. That's fine. The guy didn't die. That's good. Thank you for doing what we asked. You're welcome. Gotta keep the mob happy while we investigate taking them down. Damn, I thought one would have a dildo. Yeah. Oh, die of a dildo. Yeah. That would have been horrible. On top of the staple of death, it's like, please, can we just not do this, you know? What's next? Good God. So an angry man just phoned in, yelling about his neighbours. He's been hearing terrible ringing and shouting coming from every side of his house. My ears are going to explode. You have to stop them right away. Wow. That's... yeah. That must be some loud noises. Okay, Castile, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you because you're right down at the bottom of the list and I work left to right. You go get some experience. She's been sat in the lunchroom all day, just forgotten, the poor girl. Okay, all my officers are drunk. Chief, we loved playing the part. In the end, we had ourselves believing it. Well, that's the spirit. See? And we really don't mind earning a little extra on the side. We don't even ask for a thank you, but when we're all kind of hinted that we deserved a couple of hundred extra, Mr. Moneybags just hissed at us and said, fuck off, that he was on the verge of making the deal of a lifetime. That's not how things are done. We're heading off to the bar. This is true. It's a shame I can only send 3 people on a barbecue, otherwise I'd send them out to be like, look, good job you guys. But I can only send 3, not 4. Well, I'm going to be fair and send none of them then. A shooting in the suburbs. Mrs. Kent called to complain about the drunken neighbour who decided it would be fun to go out after sundown and shoot the beer cans in the backyard. Get that drunk behind bars before he kills someone. I couldn't agree more. As someone who has neighbours who wait until late at night to then go out into their garden and start playing music and, you know, being rowdy sometimes. They haven't done it this year, but the last year they were terrible for it. 1 in the morning, they were still at it. T-Weasel, hello! Getting any further today? We're kind of, look at that. That's our retirement fund for $500,000 is looking pretty healthy right now. And we're only on day 83. So we've got a little bit longer. Take a sniper and take him out, yeah. So we should send SWAT after this guy for keeping people up at night. But make sure you use a silencer. Shh, people are trying to sleep. The call came in from Clark McClellan, a former psychiatric patient who recently stopped taking his prescribed medication. Okay, so there was no noises. I thought when they said there's noise coming from all around his house, I'm like, wow, you've got a noisy neighbour there. We do, however, have 4 officers now who've wandered off duty to go get drunk, but we should have budget for extra officers. I said 4 more. So we should be good. Okay, so the suburb shooting is dealt with. And that was the end of the day. Nice. Oh, it said 5, didn't it? You're right. Oh, we sent 4 officers. And we were going to get 5 officers in our budget. That better happen. And I hope some of it's detectives, because I really want to get another detective slot open. In fact, if anything, I can start asking for detective slots now. I was going to start doing that anyway. Wait, the drug addiction is up again by another 38%. Is this on top of the 38% rise from a couple of days ago? Theatre director, we need fresh faces and new voices. We should also tell the Golden Bird they need a new headline, because that's one, they've had that one already. Freeburg chess master reaches World Cup. It's not the guy who was beating someone to death in the park, is it? Because he's not going anymore. He's in jail. He's in a padded cell.
Mr. Boyd, this is for you.
Is it a bomb?
That's it?
Staples?
What's it?
Covered in blood?
This is from our guy.
What?
It's from the private detective?
What? Oh, no. No, Mr. Boyd. It's from an Agent Dixon.
Fine.
Agent Dixon. Good luck. Good luck with the job opportunity.
I'm sorry I couldn't swing by before I left, but I'll definitely be back to celebrate your retirement. Ethan.
Oh, he sent a book about a super cup.
Bobby Flash.
Bobby Flash.
Thieves. Bobby Flash and the Card Shop. Bobby Flash and the Cats Club. Bobby Flash and the Temptations. Ah, that's what I need.
All the temptations. Okay. Start the day. Let's see what we got. What have we got here in the catalogue? New things, apparently. More coming soons. Out there in the trees. That's a nice pre-order price. And Tchaikovsky. Swan Lake. You guys might not believe this, but I actually do like a lot of classical music. I don't listen to it anymore, but when I was a kid, I took music in school because I've got 2 guitars and I don't know how to play any of them, but at the time I was kind of really interested in it. So the study of classical music was like a whole year almost in school, but I got a bit of a taste for it, so there we go. Card shop. What do you mean? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Have I missed something? Hush money. Oh, we need this. Hush money. Yeah, because we get a lot of that. Let's listen to this one then. Hush money. Oh, one of the book names. I thought you said Card Shark. I don't know now. What is this? Atticus Corp. Mr. Boyd, I'm Ron Atticus. We haven't yet had the pleasure, but I'm sure you've passed my lovely skyscraper from time to time. It's a wonderful building. I'd like to expand the surrounding territory. I have received all the necessary documents from the demolition of a small neighbouring park. The crew is standing by, but as always, the rabble are causing a lot of problems. Ladies with strollers and dog lovers claiming they use the park every day. Claiming? I'm pretty sure they do. I wouldn't want you to take me in for accidentally burying one of the protesters under a layer of concrete. Well, let's just put it this way. If you do, I will be taking you in, so don't do it. Simple as that. If you can send some men to break these bums up, it would be extremely grateful. God, look at this. He wants me to send 6 of my cops. That would leave me with 3. So no. How about that? Jack, I just had a very pleasant conversation with Mr. Devlin. He was incredibly flattered about your work and donated a large sum of money to satisfy the needs of the police department. It's enough for your staff to expand by 5, or rather, 2 people. You scumbag! Are you pocketing the other 3?
311
He-
in progress.
Pocketed the money for the other 3 cops. Yeah, exactly. Protesting is legal, indeed. We're not going to send anybody to go do that. I've only sent people to 1 protest so far. Everything else I've let go. I've been like, no. What's this, a black rights protest? And you want me to send over the SWAT team? No. What's this, trans rights? You want me to send over the SWAT team? No. What's this, abortion rights? You want me to send over the SWAT team? No. I'm not doing it. No. I only sent 1, and it was actually because it was turning violent already. Somebody was like, you know, they were throwing rocks and stuff, and I'm like, okay, we're going to that one. So yeah, I've been staying clear of the protests, especially when they've been outside the mayor's office, because fuck the mayor, as proved by this. We did a bit of a job. We got budget for another 5 cops, and we can only have 2 because he's been like, I'll take the rest of the money, thank you very much. The bent swines. So it was away for short. So you got 5 new. Look at what happened here. The mayor just called us and said, oh, that's great. You can apparently have 5 more people, but you can only have 2. I'll keep the rest. How about Nazis? Oh, if there's a protest for in favour of Nazis, we'll send the SWAT team. Yes, without a question. I might hold on to this until the labour pool refreshes, actually, as well, because the current crop now is a little bit desperately bad, actually. One more day, I'm gonna ask for a detective slot next time as well. What have we got going on here then? A massive fight in Broodville Asylum. The Joker's causing trouble again. Oh no, he's not the Joker. We've already established this. If this were Gotham, he would be called the Mime, not the Joker. Yeah, to keep people safe, but if it's just a protest, there's no reason for it. Exactly, yeah. You know, if they're just protesting their civil rights, I'd say, well, more power to them. I mean, in reality, you have to send police anyway in case it gets out of hand, but they should stay off to the side, not being confrontational, and only step in when needed. Otherwise, leave them be, let them do their thing. You know, if they start hurling rocks and beating people up, that's when the police go in. Very good. Nazis need to extinguish. Couldn't agree more. Should be resigned to the pages of the darkest history of humankind. I know it's a bit late in the game, but where is this? Where is this supposed to take place? It's a fictitious Americanized place called Freeburg. It's very much on a theme of like an American-style police force, but you know, like we've got the mafia and all that kind of stuff, and everything seems that way. But I think it's just a fictitious sort of Middle America town. So yeah. Right, so what have we got here? A lunatic named Dorothy Townsend. This would be Harley Quinn then. We've got a new one. What would she be in this? She wouldn't be Harley Quinn. She'd be like the Jester or something, you know. No, not the Banshee. Maybe she just wails all the time. Snuck out of her room again and broke into the seclusion area where we have for violent criminals. She's developed an obsession with the mime, master criminal. She'd hoped to escape with her husband, who is also a patient. Told you, it's the mime. This was the report we just received from Carl Carder, a doctor at the psychiatric hospital. The woman has raised a fuss among other patients. The nurses are being beaten while the hospital is wrecked. Ew. They've locked themselves in and they're driving each other wild. Several nurses have barricaded themselves inside, but we have to get to them pretty soon. Please hurry. Yancy, the hero, cop's on the case. And we will send Quach, we will send Mixon, and we'll send Wuggles as well, because this needs a lot of people. Just wondering if this is US, UK, or Canada. Yeah, I think it's meant to be like the US. And it's set kind of in a sort of a 1980s period, because we've got a cassette player. And very 80s sounding thunder. String quartet, no. Hey, there we go. Fedoras and fried eggs. That sounded like a bomb. Probably. Hopefully it went off in the mayor's office. I mean, oh, that would be terrible if it went off in the mayor's office. Truly tragic. As you can tell, I don't like the mayor very much. A firefight in Chinatown. A witness says that a dark sedan abruptly stopped in the middle of the street. A man with a pistol jumped out and began firing through the window of a restaurant. The caller thought it seemed like someone was firing back, but he wasn't sure. It's the Triads. Send the SWAT team. Purdy, you can head this up, and Trevor. Yeah, I'm just going to leave this. Interesting, this doesn't have a, what is it? A timer. Hey! These guys did good. Well, Yancey's very much on the ball. In fact, is he our number one cop? Where's the... Is it the deputy we need to look at? I can't remember how we do this. Deputy stats, there we go. Yep, Yancey's best officer now. And Beasley's, Mr. Beasley, is our best detective. Currently on the case... Oh, no he's not. Oh, that's right. Shift B are taking this, so that's no good. 6-year-old Alex went to the playground in the park with her father and disappeared in broad daylight. Oh no, we can't let that. That was cool. First time he'd been contacted by a recruiter via LinkedIn because they wanted me. Alas, the particular position they were thinking about isn't a good fit due to reasons, but they want to keep me info on hand. Oh, that's a bit of a shame, but that's good. That is really good. Yeah, I mean, if they get something that comes up, just call me, you know. Yeah, absolutely. That's a shame it wasn't a position that fits, though. Right, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take Hunter off of this case for now. And I'm going to have to maybe... I'll take Vladimir Putin off as well. Send Hunter out to hunt down this missing child. Yeah, there we go. 3-month contract, so they need someone who doesn't require software training. Ah, right, okay, that's why then, yeah. They're looking for a quick fill for the position, I guess. Okay, the firefight in Chinatown. We'll send Strong and Higgins. Yep, this is pretty much the weather I've had here today as well. This kind of rain. Okay, the abduction has started, investigation has started. Gladys McCann, the girl's mother. My husband and I are divorced and he's suing for full custody of Alex. My lawyer says his chances are 0. I think he knows it too. Now it looks like he's decided to not wait for the courts. Just takes what he wants like alcoholics always do. But how could he do this to his own daughter? He must have used one of his cronies to help grab her. They're always hitting the bottle, ready for trouble. Him and his whole family are a bunch of drunks and a bunch of trouble. Will you forgive me if I take that as being a rather biased statement, and will let the facts speak for themselves? Mr. McCann, Gordon McCann, the father of the girl. First, I've been sober as a judge for a month. I go to AA meetings all the time. Second, I only let Alex out of my sight for a second. It was Timothy Gallagher came up. He's great. We talked for just a second while my daughter was playing on the hill. I turned to check on her. She was nowhere, completely gone. I think it's Gladys who made off with her. She's already trying to set the judge against me. She says I'm an unfit father. Mr. Gallagher says, yes, I saw Gordon and his daughter in the park. We talked for a moment. He was going to walk with her down the hill, so I shook his hand and left. A teenager in a corn costume, Adrian. So he must be over at the corn monument doing, like, you know, in an outfit raising awareness or whatever. Major drawback to having been employed in a company that is still in the dark ages. Ugh, yeah, I can imagine. So I was handing out leaflets in the park. I noticed two men drinking whiskey straight from the bottle, sitting on a bench near a roller coaster. I saw a girl in a blue dress playing near the end of the hill. Then she bent down to pick up something from the ground. An elderly woman walked up, took the girl by the hand, and they walked away. The woman walked like she was dizzy. Okay, so we've got a witness who saw her going away with someone else. This is good. Rick Holmes, the valet. I didn't see anything suspicious. A drunk driver hit the trash can in the parking lot, left some light paint behind, and drove off like nothing happened. Drunk? Dizzy? Okay. Some light paint. So we're looking for a light-coloured car potentially connected to this. Okay. Imprisonment in the suburbs. I'm guessing false imprisonment. Dennis Chapman reported that his neighbour, Marlin Plouffe, is holding two young girls against their will in his bomb shelter. The old fool is absolutely out of his gourd. He's convinced that the aliens are coming any day now to destroy us, and he's preparing for the coming disaster. He built a bomb shelter and filled it with food, and somehow got these two girls down there. I hear them crying. I want to help, but Plouffe threatened me with his shotgun, says not to intervene in his affairs. Ooh, boy. Yeah. Mr. Chapman also explained that he suspects that the suspect needed women to repopulate the Earth after the disaster. Ugh. Yancey, go help. Take Quack with you. You want more? Take Wuggles as well then. You'll feel much safer with Wuggles around. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. We need a lot of people for this attempted robbery. Teller noticed that 3 hooded men entered the bank carrying sports bag. The frightened teller whispered into the phone, "Hurry up, I think they're trying to rob us. Why else would they be carrying those bags? I don't know, maybe they just came from the gym? But we'll send someone anyway." What about this firefight? How's that going? All done? Done? Good. Now quickly get back here because there's an armed robbery in progress, potentially. What is this other call out? Public indecency at Desire Park. An old woman called in to complain about a transvestite. There's a man in a skirt running around in broad daylight. Has he no shame? He's causing quite a stir at the park, strutting around in front of children. Okay, so we'll go on to this armed robbery then. Because, whatever. Why do we not send SWAT just in case? I guess we don't.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Near the bomb shelter is a man with shifty eyes wringing his hands. Go away, vile aliens, you'll never get me and my wives. Sir, you have to help us save the world. The president is waiting for you. Now, lower the weapons and try to calm him down.
7-11 complete.
There we go.